Now, you can do different ways with this. You can leave him just as is and then go on with the rest of the process. Or if you want clothes, I'm going to draw a few different kinds of clothes here. So, first things first, when drawing clothes, of course, you have to know what clothes you want to put on. So, like, for example, what's your favorite outfit? Or what's an outfit style that you like? What's like your favorite jacket or something like that? And then you're just gonna kind of apply it on. So I'm gonna do like a t-shirt. This is how I would do a t-shirt. I would start right there at the arms and then go out and then come in kind of like that, and then make like a half triangle right there for the neck. And then for the other arm, since it's raised up, I'm going to make this kind of oval-like shape and then connect that to the underarm. And then I'm going to make like the end of the shirt, and then boom, that's what I would do for a t-shirt. And then you can just kind of touch up some designs on there. You can put like or you can do something different, like, I guess, probably, but I am not going to do that. That's up to you guys if you want to put something on the shirt or not. What I would do for a hoodie here, it's gonna get a little bit difficult, so I would still do the T here like this, and I'm going to go a little past the shoulder, about right here and right there, and then I'm gonna make them go at the neck just right there, and then kind of do a little bit like that, and boom, now you got the hood of the hoodie that's on you. And I'm gonna do a little something different right here. I'm going to make two lines that connect to the hip and then go up and out, and I'm gonna go up and in to it like that. See? It's all coming together. I'm gonna do a similar thing with the ends of the hand. And then you can draw like a little wrinkle line there as well. Same the other hand, except since it's the other way, pointed upward, then we're gonna go down and out, and then down and in, and then hoodie, kind of. And then for the pockets, just kind of do a pocket shape, and then boom, we got a hoodie. And then with long sleeve shirts, it's kind of similar to the hoodie, except you don't have to do that hood part. You can just do that, and then the rest kind of comes together. But I like ponchos, so I'm gonna do like a hooded poncho style. So I'm gonna make the hood, and then I'm going to make the poncho, which ponchos are a little different. So I'm going to start from right here and then go down like that, and then go up to about right there like that. Just like that. And then boom, you got a poncho. So now that that's done, now it's time for the inking process, which inking just basically means going over the outline of what you just drew and going over it with like a pen or something. You can do a pen, you can use a marker, You can not do that at all whatsoever if you want to. You just use a darker pencil. I'm going to use a pen. And then something with the neck that I'm going to show you how to do real quick. I do a little black line just right there. Not halfway down the neck, but closer, more up towards the chin of the character. And I just fill it in all black like that. And that kind of gives it a little bit of a shadow, and it's easier to tell the head apart from the rest of the body that way. I will say, if you use a pen, you want to be real careful, especially like on paper, because once you put it on there, you're not going to be able to erase it. Yeah, I would probably make multiple copies of the sketch if you haven't used a pen to draw something before or to ink something. So just like draw your character and then trace it a few times, so you have multiple copies in case you screw up one during inking. I add these little details here just for fun, really. And I forgot to put something back here to make the poncho look more realistic, so it's gonna go over the arm and then back down and in. There we go. Now, what you can do, now that you have your ink, after the ink dries, because trust me, it is wet, you're gonna want to erase the sketch that we did, the structure for the character. And the eraser might take up some ink with it, but you can just took up little bits of ink with it and stuff. All you really have to do is just kind of, just redo it. Okay, so now we move on to the color. You gotta color in your character. Now, for me, when it comes to hair, coloring hair accurately is very hard, because it's hard for me to find the right shade that works for my hair. I have eventually found the right shade. I'm gonna demonstrate it here with the rough brush. You get like a color palette kind of set out for how you want everything to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the hair. You can use pencils, paint, you can use markers again, and you can use other stuff like crayons if you wanted to. It's just depending on how you want the coloring to look. It's gonna look like fairly different. Like crayons have a very messy look when you do them, unless you'd like do it over and over and over again just in the same spot, then it kind of works. Pencils are better with paper. Paints, you can use paint. It's just that you might get it on your outline and not be able to fix that very well. So I just use pencils or markers. now you're on to the skin tone. Now you can just, color in your character, um, like this. You can just do that, but I don't like that, and so I'm not going to be doing that. Instead, I'm going to be doing the shadows as the skin tone, if that makes sense. So just like wherever feels necessary to put a shadow, just kind of draw it there. Don't draw it like too intensely or anything like that, because it might not look the best. But something like that goes a long way as far as shading goes. And there's all the shading for the body. Now let's move on to the hair. And then we'll move on to the poncho. And there we are. As far as that goes, that is pretty much just done. Now, the background is looking pretty plain, of course, so I am going to color in the background with just kind of a neutral color. You will want to be more careful around the edges. I'm just lazy and hate myself, so I'm going to do it like this. And now I'm going to erase it. And there you have it, guys. That is how I draw my characters. I hope this video tutorial helped. I'll probably do a part 2 to this. I'm gonna draw someone different for reference, but if this helped you draw in any form of matter, then good to you. I'm not the best teacher. And that will be all for a while. Yeah.